Greetings fellow citizens, I'm sitting in a Sabre and in this video I want to test stealth and different configurations. Right now I have 4 pentalaser repeaters and 3 shimmers, so the Sabre is pretty much in standard loadout with the exception of the guns. And at first I want to test the Sabre in standard settings, nothing is overclocked, nothing is put into stealth mode. I want to test at what distance I can see the triangle of the Sabre on the head of the cutlass, at what distance I can target the Sabre, at what distance I lose the target, and at what distance I lose the triangle. And it looks to me like EM and Aorus signature are the important things if you want to know how stealthy you are, so we will take a very close look at those numbers. And this would be a very boring video because I'm flying rather slowly towards my target, so there will be lots of time lapses, don't worry. And at around 8,800 meters, the Sabre appears as a triangle on the head of the cutlass. Let's see if I can target the Sabre. Yes, I can. Now I'm backing off, and I want to see when the target disappears and when the triangle disappears. At around 11,500 meters, the target disappears. I still have the triangle, I cannot retarget. At around 37 kilometers, the triangle disappears on the head of the cutlass. So now I want to put the Sabre into a stealthier mode. I was told this button doesn't do anything. Yes, it doesn't do anything, those numbers don't change. I was told to use suppress IR. If I press this button, all those buttons get pressed. So now we should have a much smaller detection radius, and you can see IR goes down, but not by much actually. We are now sitting at 6,740-ish instead of 6,900-ish. Maybe this works better with different guns, I don't know. Let's see when we can see the triangle on the head of the cutlass. Well, the triangle appeared on the head of the cutlass still at around 8,800 meters. So we didn't gain anything, and I can target the Sabre. Maybe it's really important what kind of guns you put on your ship. Let's back off and see when we lose the target and the triangle. Target gone at around 12 kilometers. However, this isn't very accurate since usually it takes a few seconds. If I wanted to have very precise numbers, I would have to wait. I would have to back up, let's say like 50 meters, wait 30 seconds and back off again, which would take much too long. and at around 37 kilometers I lost the triangle on the head of the cutlass. So let's do something else. Obviously in this configuration this button doesn't do much, we still have it pressed. And let's disable the guns. We are still sitting at around 6700-ish IR. Off, off, off and off. And see how quickly IR is dropping now. Looks like it's stabilized now at around 2200 EM and 4170 IR. So let's fly towards the cutlass and see when we appear as a triangle on the HUD. So at around 6100 meters we are appearing as a triangle on the HUD of the cutlass and we can be targeted. Let's back off and see when we lose target and when we lose the triangle. Interestingly, still around 37 kilometers. That's interesting. So what else can we turn off? How about we are turning off the shields? So now we have turned off shields and guns and see how quickly EM and IR are dropping. So looks like EM is now at around 760 and RR at around 760 as well. So I will again fly towards my cutlass and see at what distance I appear as a triangle on the HUD of the cutlass. So at around only 2700 meters I appear as a triangle on the HUD of the cutlass. Let's see if I can target. Yes, I can. So that's cool actually. Let's back off and see when we lose target and when we lose the triangle. Target lost at around 5500 meters. Like I said earlier, this isn't very precise because it takes a few seconds to actually lose the target. Can be up to 20 or 30 seconds. We still have the triangle. Interestingly, it still was about 37 kilometers until the triangle was gone. That's actually very interesting. And I want to show you one more thing. I want to show you how bad an active ping is. Active ping at 20 kilometers. Sabre doesn't appear as a triangle and the cutlass couldn't see the active ping. Active ping at 15 kilometers. I don't appear on the target of the cutlass, but the cutlass could see the ping. And active ping at 10 kilometers. Well, and now I appear on the target of the cutlass, and I can even target lock. So that's not a good idea if you want to be stealthy. And here are the results. As always, this game is in alpha and far from being finished, and many mechanics aren't in game yet. Still, I found this very interesting. Let's talk about this table first, and about this column. Don't take this column too seriously. Usually it takes about 10 to 15 seconds until the target vanishes from your radar, if the distance between you and the target increases. So I would have to back off, let's say 100 meters, wait 10 to 15 seconds, back off again, wait again. So this wasn't really my intention, would have taken much too long, but still there is a tendency visible here. At first I tested the Sabre in standard configuration, nothing was overclocked, nothing was put into stealth, and it was a Sabre with 4 penta laser repeaters. The triangle appeared on the HUD of the cutlass at 8,800 meters, and I could lock on to the Sabre. I lost the Sabre at 37 kilometers. Next I put the Sabre into suppress IR overall mode. For whatever reason this didn't do much for me. Maybe this doesn't work well with penta laser repeaters. EM didn't drop at all, and IR dropped from around 6,930 to 6,740, so not a big difference. And it showed there's no difference here. I could detect the Sabre again at 8,800 meters, and I could lock on to the Sabre, and I lost the Sabre at 37 kilometers. Next I put the Sabre again in suppress IR overall, and I disabled the guns, and now there was a huge effect on EM and IR. EM dropped to 2200 and IR to 4170, and now I could detect the Sabre at 6100 meters only. I could lock on to the Sabre, and I lost the Sabre again at 37 kilometers. And the last test was I had the Sabre again in suppress IR overall. I disabled the guns and the shields, and now I saw a really huge effect. EM went down to 760 and IR as well. So this is a huge drop, and it showed. Now the Sabre appeared as a triangle on the HUD of the cutlass only at around 2,700 meters, and I could lock on to the Sabre. I lost the Sabre again at 37 kilometers. So there are a few questions. I don't know why there's no difference in the I lose my triangle distance. No matter in what configuration I had the Sabre, it was always around 37 kilometers. And I'm really not sure why suppress IR overall didn't do much for me. Maybe I have to test it with different guns. And next thing I find very interesting, I was taking a look at scans, active pinging. At 20 kilometers the cutlass didn't see the ping and didn't have the Sabre as a triangle on the HUD. At 15 kilometers the Sabre still didn't appear on the HUD, but the cutlass could see the ping, so be very cautious. Someone could just fly in your direction and find you. And at 10 kilometers the Cutlass could see the Sabre and could log on to the Sabre, which is very interesting because without the ping, the Cutlass could see the Sabre only at around 2700 meters and with the ping at 10 kilometers. And yes, this makes total sense. If you're scanning active, then you should be visible in space like a Christmas tree. So I hope you found this interesting. I hope you had fun watching this video and see you next time. Bye!